This is Bree. She fell in love with Sheldon.
One of my best friends described us as interracial, interabled, interhotness. And I thought that was perfect.
But being in an interabled couple doesn't stop people questioning Sheldon's role in the relationship.
Of course, when we're walking down the street, we get a lot of stares.
Will the pair be able to change people's perceptions and show that their relationship is just like any other loving couple?
I realized that my wheelchair was going to affect the way that people perceived me, even to the point where it was like, your body will never be attractive.
Yep, it's about halfway right now.
I'm Bree Scalisi.
I'm Sheldon Wynn.
I'm 26 years old.
I'm 29. When they say opposites attract, I think that we embody that phrase perfectly. I'm very meticulous for little small detail-oriented things, and she wants to go out and change the world. I think it's like a perfect balance. We end up meeting right in the middle.
Bree and Sheldon first met on a dating app 2 years ago.
He just seemed like down to earth and cool and handsome.
Obviously, she's beautiful, so that drew me in right away. She was very, very transparent about using a wheelchair, so that was never anything that was a surprise.
I honestly don't remember how much I shared all at once. I think people don't really realize that for some people, that answer might be one of the most difficult days of their life.
Bree was involved in a car accident at just 6 years old, which left her paralysed from the waist down.
I suffered a spinal cord injury at the T12 level, which means I'm a paraplegic and use a wheelchair. My injury is incomplete, which means that I do have some sensation. I can move my inner thigh a bit.
There we go.
But my injury is can't move really from here down, can't feel from knees down, and
yep,
that's me. Just the way that the cookie crumbled. I realized that my wheelchair was going to affect my life and was going to affect the way that people perceived me.
With Bree coming to terms with her new way of life, she was ready to start dating. But finding a relationship in a wheelchair comes with its own challenges.
You definitely do get people who say really strange things and ask really forward questions. Sometimes they'll use the chair as a part of a pickup line. Right off the bat, we'll say, what happened? Why are you like this? Is this forever? Is this a permanent thing? Before even saying like, hey, hi, what's up?
For Sheldon, Bree's wheelchair was never an issue. As their relationship continued to grow, the pair knew they had something quite special.
I don't think I ever had any doubts about dating someone in a wheelchair. There may have been some hesitation just because it is something new that comes with its own challenges. And then as soon as I saw how comfortable she was and how comfortable I became, then it wasn't even a second thought.
My wheelchair is something that I see as not just a medical device, but also as like a piece of me. I named her, and her name is Aphrodite.
We call her Af for short.
We call her Af.
Despite Bree and Sheldon's positive relationship with her wheelchair, not everyone sees things the same way.
People actually will say things on the street. I had someone rolling down my street the other day to get home said, "Ma'am, if your legs were stronger, you might be able to walk." When he's with me, there's almost a sense of, oh, she has someone with her, she has someone to take care of her. People have a really hard time imagining that a beautiful person can be disabled. It's usually like, wow, like you're so beautiful for someone in a wheelchair. We need to see more representation in media of people with disabilities loving other people, whether that is people with disabilities or able-bodied people, and just knowing that we are capable of love.
I know that a lot of people that have been dealt her hand might think that it is a struggle or that every day is something to overcome, but she loves life, she embraces her disability, her community, she embraces herself as an individual, as a woman, and it is really, really beautiful to see.
Due to the pandemic, the couple have been spending a lot more time together, not only at home, but also as a model and photographer team.
When quarantine hit and a lot of her gigs started to become remote, that's when I kind of stepped in and took on the role of lead photographer.
I really longed to see that representation of someone whose body looked like mine or had any sort of disability or physical disability, really. Modeling for me was a way to show how dynamic and amazing my body is, regardless of what society thinks.
Right here? Okay, cool. Sure. One of my best friends described us as interracial, interabled, interhotness. And I thought that was perfect.
I want our future to be together. I would love to get married one day and where we can show that interabled relationships are beautiful.
We are excited to grow together. Her career is just beginning to blossom now, and I'm excited to be along for the journey.